Profile the persona for the beachhead market. Hello, awesome entrepreneurs. I am Chelsea Sposit from Cleveland, Ohio. I have been medically licensed as a cosmetic therapist since 2008. I combine this knowledge with my business skill set to specialize in building successful medical practices, catering to cosmetic and wellness services. Last fall, I decided to return to university to pursue a degree in neuroscience to better understand the scientific aspects of the mind-body connection. My goal is to create a protocol for chronic illness patients using a self-acupressure technique called EFT to alleviate the physical symptoms caused by a psychosomatic response. I want to give patients the option to heal themselves by healing their mind. This radical idea is what landed me a spot in the inaugural class for healthcare innovation at MIT and Harvard Medical School. I am very grateful to have been a part of Class 1 and to have had such an amazing team, UX Care, which placed as finalists in the pitch competition. The legendary ad creator, Leo Burnett, once said, "If you can't turn yourself into your customer, you probably shouldn't be in the ad writing business at all." Legendary entrepreneurial coach, Marie Forleo, creator of the online course, B-School, takes this quote one step further by saying, "If you can't turn yourself into your customer, you probably shouldn't be in business at all." I believe that truly understanding your persona lays the structure and stability needed to build a successful business. So what is a persona? A persona is one ideal customer, like an avatar, that represents the perfect customer for your beachhead market. Your team must understand the details of this persona's life as well as they know their own. A successful company will ensure that every decision and strategy is made with the consideration of their persona's reaction and opinion. What do we need to know? For today's presentation, I decided to base my business model on a service rather than a product to demonstrate the interchangeability of the 24 steps. Imagine you are the owner of a private medical practice specializing in cosmetic services, and you need to calculate the strategy of offering this new service into your local market before investing in the equipment. The service I have chosen is VeloShape, an FDA-approved treatment for cellulite and circumference reduction. This service is a non-invasive procedure being used worldwide and gained popularity after being featured on The Doctors and Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Before you create your persona, you need to understand your beachhead market, calculate the TAM, and select an end-user profile. The beachhead market for this service is women in the greater Cleveland area, aged 40 to 49, who are in shape, appearance and health conscious, bringing in $100,000 or more per year, and are worried about the appearance of cellulite during the summer months. An article on plasticsurgery.org states, according to the ASPS Annual Plastic Surgery Statistics Report, there were more than 17.7 million surgical and minimally invasive cosmetic procedures performed in the United States in 2018, a number that has risen steadily over the past 5 years. The statistics also reveal a rise in new trends in body shaping procedures with a spike in non-invasive fat reduction. Out of these 17.7 million procedures, 15.9 million of those were minimally invasive. Since the greater Cleveland area is home to 1,248,514 people, with 52% of that population being women, 11% of women being between the age of 40 and 49, and 21% earning $100,000 or more, we would end up with approximately 15,000 potential customers. This number may seem small to you right now, but given this is only one service in one area of the state, this is a larger untapped market we can address. If the average cost of the service is $2,500, then the total addressable market, or TAM, for this beachhead market is $37.5 million. Our final step in our preparation to create the persona is to identify our end user profiles. Since many demographics of people can use this service, we need to narrow our focus down to only one. Narrowing the end users. In step 3, we learned how to create a profile for our end users based on our beachhead market. Here we have Kate. She's 28, lives downtown, single, no kids, works in sales, making roughly $90,000 per year, and is in shape. She is always posting gym selfies on Instagram and despises the fact that her legs don't look airbrushed despite all her hard work. She believes that investing in her appearance now will prevent the need for cosmetic surgery in the future. Our wild card, which does not fit our beachhead market, but is a possible end user, is Dave. Please ignore his scruffy chin. Dave is 55, a stockbroker who is divorced and now has a girlfriend about half his age. He is relatively in shape, but has a small belly he just can't seem to shed. He is interested in the circumference reduction results from the VeloShape, since he does not suffer from cellulite. Dave can also be the purchaser and not the end user. He knows his girlfriend is body conscious, and he is willing to spend money to make sure she feels good about her looks. He also likes to show her off in public, so it's a bonus for him as well. Last, we have Sarah. Sarah is 45 and was recently promoted to vice president at an international manufacturing company. She is married with 2 kids and is the sole provider for her family. She works out as much as her schedule allows, but kids and age have taken its toll on her body. She wants to hang on to her last shred of youth. Sarah clearly matches our beachhead market and is the best candidate to move forward with creating a complete persona for the VeloShape service. Let's meet our persona, Sarah. To create the persona for Sarah, we need to continue refining the inner workings of her life. Sarah was born in Hartford, Connecticut, where she lived until she went away for college at Boston University to study engineering. After graduation, she worked for a small company which paid for her master's in engineering. Sarah married Jerry, a software engineer whom her friends set her up with. As she continued to climb the corporate ladder, she had 2 kids, now 8 and 10, both boys. Before moving to a larger company in Solon, Ohio, Nestle, the international manufacturing company whom scouted Sarah, brought her in with a fast track to executive. The company paid for her to relocate to a beautiful home on Shaker Boulevard, which is only 20 minutes from the office. and also paid for her to complete her MBA. Within 5 years, Sarah was promoted to Vice President of Operations. With her executive position, Sarah is making $250,000 per year before bonuses, and is now at a point in her life where she feels she can start to relax and enjoy her hard-earned money. She collects vintage Louis Vuitton and has the common female addiction to designer shoes and handbags. She recently started investing her own money in an anti-aging skincare regimen and quality hair care. Sarah feels a woman's appearance in the workplace is important in a man's world. She wants to feel and look confident with as little effort as possible. Yet, Sarah is willing to pay someone to maintain her appearance for her. To stay in shape, Sarah goes to Cleveland Yoga every morning. She often goes for a walk after work, either alone or with her family. Her family stays active together, going on excursions over the weekends or when vacationing during school breaks. Sarah has hired personal trainers in the past, but has not been as consistent as she'd like due to her work schedule. You can find Sarah searching for beauty tips, recipes, and crafts she'll never make on Pinterest. Each month, she receives Shape magazine along with Cosmo, but she rarely sits down to read them. She has a subscription to Audible, which she listens to on her daily commute or to unwind after a long day at work. Amazon is her one-stop shop, but when she wants something nice, she will head to one of the designer stores in Beechwood. She can't pass up any designer sale and has been known to impulse shop. Say hello to your persona, Sarah. To summarize step 5, when creating your company's persona, make sure you hit these key points. Number 1, be as detailed as possible. Define, define, define. It's better to be too defined and precise than too vague. Number 2, put yourself in the persona's shoes, or just ask them. Most companies' personas are based on a real person that they met during the market research stage. Follow up with this person if you and your team are stuck. The end goal is to ultimately understand your persona so well that you can predict their reaction based on their personality and past behavior. Number 3, illustrate your persona and write out their story. Illustrating your persona is the most important part of this creation process. You are bringing your vision alive in a composite that can be seen and read by your staff. This is also a good visual reminder to stay focused. Number 4, finally, make sure you share the completed persona profile with everyone at your company. And to quote Bill Owlet, the persona ensures that everyone is unambiguously focused on the same target. Thank you for joining me today. Later on, I will be presenting steps 14, 17, and 19, and I'm currently available for a short Q&A session during this live event. If you would like to connect with me after the 24/24 event, I can be reached on LinkedIn at the address below.